We're here from Arrow Ace.
I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently.
Stay out of Antiborough. Stuck in time loop.
I guess it's a ghost plumbing situation.
Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get us out of this one.
It wasn't all the bodies. There were 2 bodies.
Everyone else just got disappeared.
I went missing for a while and I lost my brother. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
It's the same mother that you keep describing as tyrannical and horrible.
Have to practice ritual fight with brother.
Ellie, can I make an insight check of myself but in real life?
To Deck of Mini Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual Aromantic. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Every character's past, present and future is based on a card drawn from the Deck of Many Things. I'm Ellie, I use they them pronouns, and I will be your DM today, your demisexual marmoset, which we definitely didn't discuss before recording.
We've started pitching ideas to them.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be Mariposa, the Barbie movie, but apparently that's not appropriate.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is I play Taja Athergale, the party battle master, fighter, and barbarian. Did I already say our pronouns?
No.
We both use she, her pronouns. No. And my favourite Barbie movie is Rapunzel. And Taja's favourite Barbie movie is The Princess and the Pauper.
Oh, that was good too.
That's so tracks.
This is not the bit we're doing for today, please.
This is the bit we're doing.
I know one Barbie movie that I was made to watch under duress. This is like...
You have time to open up the Wikipedia page while Chloe goes.
I am not reading the Wikipedia pages for all the Barbie movies.
My name is Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood, the Tabaxi Bard and Rogue. We both use she, her pronouns. My favourite Barbie movie is Barbie Mariposa, hence why we were talking about it. Raina's favourite Barbie movie.
Eiriol looks like she's losing the will to live.
The mermaid one, maybe?
The mermaid one is good. I don't think it's the mermaid one. Oh, I'm trying to think now. It's very. I think it would be Rapunzel. Yeah. Maybe it's Swan Lake. Oh, Ray would love Swan Lake.
Yeah,
it's Swan Lake.
Swan Lake is the vibe. Yeah.
I want to make it clear, we didn't have any Barbie movies in our household. That's like how outside of this I am.
And that's, frankly, a travesty.
I think you should make up what you think.
You didn't watch Bertha, and I don't go on about you like that. That's a key part of my childhood.
I think you should make up something that you think plausibly could be a Barbie movie.
Yeah, no, if I can guess one, exactly.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of classic literature texts, so...
Yeah.
And, like, beautiful classical music as well, I realised.
Okay.
Yeah, like ballets and stuff.
My name's Eiriol. I'm playing Delphi, the Growfoot Warlock. I use she, they pronouns, and Delphi uses she, her pronouns. And my favourite Barbie movie is The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yay!
Good choice.
Delphi doesn't have a favourite Barbie movie because I can't be bothered to think of another trope.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Morgan, the wizard. My childhood favourite Barbie movie was either Rapunzel or Swan Lake. I think that Morgan's favourite would be Magic of Pegasus because they're flying creatures.
Yes.
Aww.
Okay, I am going to bring up this around when they made a Barbie movie version of Carmen.
No,
the
that
opera.
was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Thank God. Because I was like, wait a second.
Anne made the joke in the chat.
It's because we were talking about how they were like operatic and they covered famous operas, and both me and Am separately thought Barbie Carmen would be a great opera.
My favourite
Would be a
Barbie
great
is
film.
Barbie Madam Butterfly. See, I know operas.
Oh my-
I could do operas, but I don't know the
Can
Barbie.
you imagine Queen of the Night, but they're Barbies?
Yeah.
Barbie the Magic Flute.
Oh, awful.
Yes.
Already bad.
The funny thing is I was thinking that, and I had in my brain, I was like, I swear it's not a full film, but I swear they did something with the Queen of the Night aria at some point that was Barbie
Yeah.
themed, because
Probably.
I associate it.
It's probably in the 12 Dancing Princesses.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would make sense. Yeah.
And the Queen
That
of the
would
Night is
totally
like
make
such an
sense.
iconic character
Yeah.
that's like been so used across things.
Moving on from Barbie Phantom
Talking
of the
about
Opera.
this has put that song from Princess and the Pauper in my head, and it's all of your faults.
You're welcome.
I'm just like you.
You're just like me.
I know that
Just like
song.
me.
I didn't have to name the song. You all knew the song.
I didn't know the song until it was sung, and then I was like, oh yeah, the TikTok trend.
We are tiptoeing on the line of content infringement, and Hasbro are Mattel are incredibly litigious.
Oh, there was a Barbie Christmas Carol version. They did do a Barbie Christmas Carol. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that does exist. Yes, it does.
They did a Barbie Christmas Carol?
They did do Barbie A Christmas Carol.
I thought I was
What?
doing a bit.
You guys, Mattel is so litigious.
Okay, we'll move on.
So in the world of Dungeons and Dragons,
Yes, a famously non-litigious franchise.
I was about to say that. Famously generous and giving in their fan content policy. What happened last time?
We made a plan.
Yes, we
We
planned.
made a plan. We got derailed from it.
We need a plan. Delphi stabbed a man.
We meant to enact the plan. We got distracted from the plan. And we cast legend lore on the Eternal Shards instead, or Hugo Moonerin did. And then Delphi stabbed him.
I thought it was a really good decision.
Yeah. And now Delphi's going to hand over potentially the most dangerous object in this reality.
Delphi's weapon stabbed him. Delphi didn't do any stabbing.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see if Alfie can divine anything about the crystal.
Yeah.
Without bleeding from her eyes.
I like the idea that they take it and they're like, no, you're taking this back. No.
Before Alfie takes it off of you, he says, "You said before that you were worried about the people who tried to look into this before and it hadn't gone well.
Yeah.
Do you know what they were looking for or how far they were traveling?"
They saw what I usually see, which is a facsimile of my workshop. But they tried to look beyond that, and then their eyes started bleeding. They didn't have a good time. We kind of
My
were
lord.
made to leave, I think.
We weren't particularly
Yeah.
welcome after that, no.
I don't think we were made to leave, but I think it was strongly insinuated that we should probably just get going.
Damn, that poor witch.
I think they're
Okay,
all right
well-
now, but I hope they're all right.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know anything if they're alright unless you've got some way of contacting them that I don't know about.
I mean, I could always send a send-in if you really want. But I tried that before and she did just scream.
Let me live in bliss.
There. I will try and keep to the edges in that case.
What? No. Keep to the space that you're in. If you see a space. Be careful.
Okay.
Don't stray too far.
Sure, okay. Okay. He holds it very lightly by his fingertips on his blade hands and holds it kind of far away from his body and keeps his eyes open. And he says, "Okay, I can't see as much from here as I might be able to by going inside to it, but I can see some things. You said you're connected to the Delphi, right?
Yes. Through this,
Through this.
I think.
I cannot tell if this was made explicitly by the Delphi, but I can tell that I can see when it was made. And it appears to have come from elsewhere. From somewhere with pink and purple crystalline structures. Somewhere far from here. It was... Wow, okay. It was used for something. Maybe as a weapon? Yeah, I'm getting a weaponous intent.
I'd look at Dr. Moorin, who was just stabbed with it. I don't think this guy's very good.
From what I understand, it can be a weapon, but it isn't inherently. It's a knife. It's not a weapon in itself, it's a tool. But it
No.
can be.
Yeah, just like anything else can be, yeah. Before, it lived as part of a larger whole. So it was part of a larger piece of something, but it was broken away for the intent, for the purpose of doing harm. But that's not all it can do. It was taken by whoever wielded it in anger and heartbreak, used with violence, and somehow through that violence it ended up here, or not here, I mean in this world, around about when you picked it up.
Okay.
Obviously the Delphi has a lot of influence over it, but I don't think it was made by them. It feels like it's been appropriated by them. Like they saw an opportunity and they took it.
Oh.
You said it came from a place with, like, pink and purple crystalline structures, right?
Sure, yeah.
Did they look anything like this? And I will minor illusion, like a mini version of the hole that I fell into, with all of the pink crystals.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, the very same. What is that?
Oh, it's a hole.
I can see that.
It's got crystals in it. That's, you know as much as I do.
I see. Okay. Well, where is it?
Quite far from here. On an island. A small one. In the middle of the ocean.
Okay. I'm not feeling island or ocean from this.
Well, I don't think the hole leads to underneath the ocean. I think it might lead somewhere else. But I don't know where that else is.
Eiriol, stop laughing.
No, it's more the idea that I love Raina is like, there's a hole, it must go all the way down.
Holes all the way down.
You have a hole, it must never end. That's how holes work.
I have very high charisma and not high anything else. When we visited this place, it didn't have the crystals. And then it was just like a cave.
Okay.
But when it has the crystals...
They were sort of phasing in and out, I think.
Yeah. I think it leads to somewhere else.
Okay. Do you know where?
No.
The bad crystal place.
Yeah. And time is weird there, I think. But that's all I know. All I remember anyway.
This doesn't feel like it's related to time.
Huh.
This key forged of violent intent. It's not.
Well, if it's come from the same place, if, you know, lots of different things can happen in one place, so...
Most places have time happen in them.
Well, yeah, maybe the time stuff is not related to this particular thing, but they come from the same place.
I suppose. I think time moves differently here than wherever this thing is from.
That we do know.
That would make a lot of sense.
Okay. Let me see if I can get anything more out of this. Is there anything you want me to focus in on from what I've told you so far?
No. What you've said is something I haven't known before.
Which part?
The where it's from. I know what happened,
I see.
what's happened to it since it's been here, but not where it came from.
I'll see if I can dig into that a little bit more then. I think there's two energies here. There's the thread that ties this object to the Delphi, and there's the object itself. Now, I think if I analyze the object itself, I might be able to avoid the nasty fate that happened to the last person who tried to
Maybe.
investigate this too heavily. So let me see if I can find anything more about where or what it was before. It's part, I believe, of a natural structure, as far as I can tell. Something that is organic. But it was shaped. Molded, I suppose. Molded into something. Maybe a building or a piece of furniture or something? I can't tell.
Not the giant crystal obelisks in the desert, then?
No. This is related to that. This is like... Well, darn, I can't think of a good example, but like, when you make something that's like a chemical reaction, and then you've got the thing that you want, and then you've got the, like, waste product. The shards, I think, are kind of like the waste product.
Right.
So if they've got a purpose now, they're the pins, were they always that? Is that just a byproduct, or has somebody like the Delphi used those and turned them into that?
Now that I really can't tell. That's too far away from this object to be able to determine. What I can see is that what I've told you already, but it feels important that something happened. It was wielded in one place, and that action somehow caused it to end up somewhere else. And at some point in that process, the Delphi took it under their control. I can't fathom why or how, but... Well, it's the custodian of the keys and crossings. I suppose this crossed from one space into another and came under its protection. Maybe.
Maybe if Delphi was saying there's something going on the other side of that door, perhaps if we return this crystal from where it came from, maybe that's on the other side of the door. Maybe that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, that seems like the right thing. I still don't know what this totally is, though.
Well,
It's
if we go to the
obviously-
crystal shards and try waving them to get around together, and then we can try touching them together, and then we can try, like, hitting one with the other, then we can...
While I appreciate your curiosity, I doubt it will be that simple.
Well, no, but we'll write down what happens, and that'll give us more data points.
But if nothing happens for none of those things, then we have no reason to expect that anything would happen at all. If they are truly the waste of this...
Well, whatever happens, I don't think there's anything we can do about it right now.
No, it's like 1
10
a.m.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's go to bed.
Yeah.
We've got a plan. We'll deal with that. Hopefully whatever Dr. Ursan has planned is just a little wrinkle compared to this.
Maybe it really is the solution.
Maybe it really is the solution, who knows?
Think
That would
positive.
be nice.
It would.
I'm going to give this back to you, Delphi, but I can do some readings, a little bit more divination, and see if I can figure anything else out.
Yeah.
Thank
Anything
you.
more specific.
I'm just thinking that they do like the tarot readings and it's just death. And it's like, there's only one death card.
There's not more than one death card. What's going on?
Yeah.
I love that.
As we've left Felicity outside, shall we go and... I'm going to go and make sure Felicity's alive out there.
I also may not know anything about tarot, but what I do know is that the death card is not actually a bad one to
Yeah,
get.
that just means change.
Yeah, it would be the tower, the tower, the tower, the tower.
The hanged man.
Oh wait, I'll put away my Omen tarot card and bring out my normal tarot deck, you know.
Well, no, we should see what would be the bad one for... It would be like the Eiriol, right? From the deck of many things?
The deck of many aces.
What?
Oh, this is how we end the campaign. It's not going to have a proper ending. Ellie's just going to give us a deck of many things and say, have at it, and that's the end of the
And
campaign.
we just draw all
I
of...
would
We
love
just
that.
take the full thing out at once.
Yeah, we ruin
Didn't
everything.
expect this, every single card in one go.
My God.
Anyway, I think we should relieve Felicity, who, poor Felicity's been sat outside on guard duty for hours now.
Yeah.
While we discover the secrets of the universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and go back to our rooms.
I don't know if it's hours, but it's been like probably an hour at least.
Well, it took 10 minutes to cast legend lore alone.
This is true. It's been a while.
How long has it been in in-game time? Add a bit to that. In podcast time, it's been at least 2 episodes.
It's been like 2 hours, probably most.
Yeah. So it's late, but not too late.
As you step out of the cottage, who's going first?
Me.
Morgan, you look around, you can't see Felicity anywhere.
Oh, for God's sake.
She's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to... Let's see.
Do you want me to sending to her? She might have just gone to bed.
Yes, please. That would be helpful.
I will send a sending to Felicity and I'll be like, "Hey Felicity, sorry we were later than we thought. Are you alright? Where are you?" That's probably 25 words.
You could reply to this sending.
Yeah.
I think, Morgan, you're probably just stood in the doorway at the moment, right?
Yeah, well, I would have gone through to have a look. Turn my head to the left and right, you know.
Felicity messages you back. I didn't see them. They just came out of nowhere.
Hey everyone, it's just me interrupting your podcast listening to tell you all about our Patreon, where you can get access to all of our bonus content, both past and future. You can get access to side quest episodes, our 30-minute talkback episodes, table talk, or you can chill out with our cast cozy corner. You could even get a seat at our monthly one-shot table. Plus, all of our patrons are shouted out at the end of every episode. There's even stuff for free on there. So go to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces and get exploring. Hello everyone, I'm a slightly older Chloe than the last one you heard, just popping in to tell you about a couple of things that we have going on at the minute. If you head over to the RWD feed, that's A Rendezvous with Destiny, where you'd usually hear me and Am, you can actually find the first part of a one-shot that released yesterday that features the lovely Eiriol as a guest, as well as the wonderful Fiona Howard. They've been playing Kids on Bikes, and I'm sure it will be a wonderful listen, so go check that out. You can also find me in a couple of places in the coming weeks. This Sunday on the 1st of June, you can find me over on the Fey Earth Twitch channel, that's Fey spelled F-E-Y, at 7 p.m. UK time, where we'll be playing Candela Obscura. It's a one-shot, it's pre-recorded, and it was an absolutely wonderful time and very creepy. All right, on with the show.
Two guys, I'm behind the bins. You know the bins that you hid behind?
She's just behind the bins. Oh my god.
She's been kidnapped and they're holding her behind the bins.
Yeah. They're waiting for you.
I march over there.
Fantastic. No, I'm going to Misty Step. I'm just going to Misty Step behind the bins and go, hello. So I just appear.
You see two orcs.
What's this then?
Wearing all black. One of them has got Felicity hand over her mouth, and they both jump at the sight of you, but regain their composure, and one of them says, "Everyone out of the house and your friend won't be harmed."
Oh, really? Who are you then? It's polite to introduce yourself. I'm Raina. You probably already knew that.
I polymorph him into a toad.
He's like, and then he just turns into a toad.
He has to do a save. He does have to do a save.
What's the saving throw?
Once he says the threat, whoever's holding the knife to her neck, I will polymorph him into a toad.
I mean, aren't you still in the doorway of the house?
No, I came out. Didn't I?
Morgan marched over with me.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to enter initiative.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, everyone roll initiative.
That is an 11 plus 8, 19.
Jeez.
7.
Non-nat 20.
12.
So me and Morgan are like up in their faces, and
In
I think
their
the other two are still by the door.
Yeah, I would have gone out the house with them. I'm assuming it wasn't immediately like, saw that they're there, teleport, like
Yeah.
a little bit of time.
Yeah. I will allow that polymorph. What is the spell save DC?
Right,
for
so
that?
polymorph is a whiz save, has no effect on a shape changer or a creature with 0 hit points, and it is, so whiz save.
Oof. That's a 25.
Oh.
Reaction, I'm going to use my Chronal Shift to force a reroll.
That is a 20.
Damn it. That still
Sorry,
succeeds.
they've got a high whiz.
I try and fail to polymorph the orc with the knife into a toad. Damn it.
Who's next in initiative?
The guys are up first.
Wild.
They have a +9 to initiative.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I have a
Why
plus 10.
have we got the beefiest kidnappers
They've
imaginable?
sent the SAS after us.
We got some beefcake.
I say nothing. So one of them is going to attack you, Morgan. So that's a 15 to hit.
I have mage armor now, which means I'm a 16.
Hey.
Nice. Okay. That doesn't hit. It's going to roll again.
I don't know whether I said that I would be spamming mage armor all day, but it lasts for 8 hours, so I'm always going to have mage armor up from now on.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's a 25.
25 hits.
The one with Felicity can only attack with one arm, so depending on his...
Actually, my AC is 17. I don't know why I said 16. 17.
That is 14 piercing damage and 7 poison damage.
Nice.
21 damage, okay.
And he's just gonna go for you as well, Raina. Actually, no, he'll go for Felicity again. Not Felicity, sorry, Morgan. As the person who tried to polymorph his friend. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
10 piercing damage. And 8 poison damage to Morgan.
How many?
18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 damage altogether. The other one is, true to form, going to attack Felicity because he's got her here, and that's what he said he would do.
Toz, can you do anything with this?
I don't have any useful reactions.
No, I don't either.
There's stuff I can do on my turn to get in place of people, but I don't think there's anything I can do until it's my turn.
Fair.
Okay. He hits her quite easily. She's a very squishy wizard.
He'd have advantage if she's grappled.
Oh, yeah. Good point. He does a warning stab. Not actually.
A light warning stab.
Yeah, he attacks Felicity and then looks at you, Raina, and says, call them down.
Oh, well.
I mean, no.
Yay!
Okay.
Raina's just like looking at them like, please.
Okay, he's going to attack her again then. He drags his knife across Felicity's throat and she falls unconscious.
Right.
Rude.
Oh.
That is his turn. Raina, what are you doing?
When you say she falls unconscious, is she still grappled or has they dropped her?
No, she's still grappled.
Okay. In that case...
Heal her, please.
But they've had both their turns, right?
They've had both their turns,
Right.
yeah.
Heal her, please.
Yes, that is on the agenda.
The gender agenda.
Why is everything I want to do a bonus action?
You could...
What a mood.
It's not helpful.
I think you can do a bonus action as your action, right?
That's
Surely.
up to Ellie.
You should be able to.
Rules is written, you can...
Oh, can
Two
you?
bonus
Yeah.
actions instead of action, but no.
You can do... Yeah, you can just do a bonus action as an action, like, if it takes longer, it takes... But you're giving up your action in order to do that. So that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
It makes sense
Yes.
that an action is more time than a bonus action, so...
Oh, actually, I'm being an idiot. It's fine. I will cast a Cure Wounds at... How much damage did she take to go down? Total?
46.
46. Okay, I'll give her a 4th level then. Cure Wounds, which will be 31 hit points for Felicity.
My god. Felicity just goes, ugh,
Ugh.
back to life. Ugh.
Then I'm gonna like crack my knuckles and I'm gonna glow
Ooh.
and do my
Aww.
Mantle of Majesty, where I can cast Command as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Sick.
So I'm going to cast Command on this guy and I'm going to say Release.
Does he have a saving throw or something?
It's a whiz save.
Yes. It is a whiz save.
That is a 16.
That does not save. They must release Felicity.
Damn. Okay, he lets Felicity go.
It does say on its next turn. So they don't do
Oh.
it now, they do it on the next turn.
Which is
Okay.
annoying, but it's fine.
That is annoying.
That's my turn.
I'm assuming it's mine?
It's Morgan.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I'm getting up in their face and just trying to freak them out with my weird glowy eyes.
So Felicity is conscious but still grappled and they're about to let her go. So we are on the ground, in an alleyway next to two buildings?
Yeah.
Am I like right next to them or am I like 10 feet away?
You are 5 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, so I would like Felicity to not be here. I want to cast Vortex Warp on Felicity and Vortex Warp her onto the roof of one of the buildings next to us.
Surely, if you
Nice.
vortex warp her, you're also going to vortex warp the guy because he
Yeah.
hasn't let go of her yet.
It's creature thing, isn't it?
It doesn't say anything about this creature can't be restrained or this creature can't be grappled.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because it's focused on the creature. It's not like an
Yeah.
area thing.
You magically
I
twist
see.
space around another creature you can see within range. Teleported to unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like Felicity to be out of there. That's my action.
Does she have to do a saving throw for that?
I love on the roof. This is going to be
Yeah.
so awkward after the fight so far.
But yeah, I mean, she can see what's going on, but they can't stab her.
That's a great place for a wizard to be.
It is
Yeah.
a good place for a wizard to be. It's also like, we're going to finish this fight and then it's going to be like, cool, Felicity.
Hello!
I've got a grappling hook. We'll get her down.
She can choose to fail.
She can choose to fail. Okay. I don't think she can see you at the moment.
Surely Morgan's like right in front of her.
Well, because I thought Morgan was like behind the bins.
I kind of came round to see what was going on.
Okay. Alright, fine. Cool. She will...
They had to be within 5 feet of Morgan to attack her earlier during their turn.
Yeah.
That's true. She will voluntarily fail then and pop out of existence and pop back onto a roof.
Nice.
Okay. Delphi?
Yeah.
Hey, I might have a bonus action. I don't think I have a bonus
Do you?
action, but I might.
I was going to say, babe, you're a wizard. I don't think you do.
Yeah, you're always wizards don't get bonus actions. Disgusting.
I'm going to fly up in the air. That's what I'm going to do.
Ellie, I would like you to know that that orc still has to follow the command release on their turn. That can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin.
There's no rain! I can't release my inhibitions!
Well, release your weapons, perhaps.
They're not carrying Felicity, they've got to drop what they're carrying. The weapons. That's a great
Morgan,
idea.
if you fly away, they'll get attack of opportunity.
I mean, yeah, but Morgan's still going to do it.
Morgan, I've got a way to get you out of range on my turn without you taking opportunity attacks.
Okay, neat. I'm not going to do that then. Am I going to... Oh, I can't cast another spell, so no, I can't do anything
You're
else.
fine.
Cool.
Delphi.
There's the guy that was holding Felicity now, and then there's the one that's next to Morgan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. If I can get past to the second guy who was holding Felicity, I'll go for him.
Sure.
I'm going to start off by casting Hexblade Curse, which
Nice.
just gives me some fun stuff but doesn't affect them. And then I'm going to hit them 3 times with my glaive.
Yay.
Nice.
My plus 11 on to
For
attack
old
glaive.
Stabby and Bashy to come in.
Yeah.
Cool. Does a 24 hit?
That hits.
Cool. I'll do them all at once. Like, I'm assuming they've got more than, 40 hit points. 25 hits.
That hits.
Oh, does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So 2 hits. 37 in total.
37. Great. Nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. Tatia!
Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
I'd like
Hello.
to rage if you want to roll whatever you're
Yeah.
going to roll.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I gotta get the rules back up.
In the dead of night, Toz creates carnage,
Only way I know how.
draws attention.
Hell yes.
I'm already glowing, it's fine.
I don't know, maybe it'll turn me invisible. We don't know.
Maybe.
For people at home, we are using a slightly homebrew version of the World Magic Barbarian table.
Yeah. Extra spice.
Roll me a D8.
D8. Yes, sir. You got it. 2.
You teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Until your range ends, you can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so good.
Amazing.
That's so good.
I start raging as I'm heading towards the bin, so I'm running facing the bins, and the teleport, so
Yeah.
I'm on the other side, then running towards them on the other side
Yeah,
of the
and
bin.
you're like,
Yeah.
You stop short, like, what?
You quantum phase through the bins.
And then you're like, rah!
I am going to attack the one that is engaged with Morgan.
You're getting married?
I'm going to spend my luck point to reroll that natural 1. There we go. Okay, so that is a 18 and a 19.
The 19 hits.
Great, I'm going to put my bait and switch on top of that, which is a battle master maneuver. So I can expend one of my superiority die to switch places with that creature, providing the creature is willing and isn't incapacitated. This doesn't provoke any opportunity attacks against the creature. So I basically, my attack, move around Morgan, and I am now in the place that she was, and she's behind me and between, I'm between her and the attackers.
Cool.
Thank you,
Lovely.
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay. I was thinking about, if I could use it on Felicity, because I was like, well, she's grappled, I don't know if that counts as incapacitated, but we're good. I was like, I can help our wizard. So, amazing! 15 points of damage, 16 points of damage, because it's
16.
rage. But very crucially, the wizard is now out of the way.
Gorgeous. Lovely.
As this whole thing happens within 6 seconds, I just turn around to them and shrug and be like, you were saying?
As this is all going on, you see the door to the cottage slam shut behind you, and the
Grows legs and walks away.
cottage begins to quake
Oh my god, it might
as
actually.
it rises out of the ground.
Yes!
And a couple of big legs, sort of bird-like legs, erupt from the bottom,
It's Baba Yaga.
and it starts to run down the street as fast as it can, which is not very fast because it's a giant house. It can move. Oh, it's really not very fast.
No, it's a house.
It's a house on chicken legs.
They're usually much slower.
Ha!
Thank you, Anne.
Yeah, for a house, it's very fast.
I was there with you, Eiriol.
Yeah. If there's one person I know who'll laugh at my bad jokes.
It's 2 miles over 8 hours, so 2.5 feet per turn.
Wow.
That was some quick maths.
It's real slow. Oh no, it's written down.
If we kill these guys, we don't need to worry about how fast it moves.
No, claim the credit, Eddie. You know miles per hour is to feet per...
I can do maths.
Miles per hour is my favourite comic book character, my video game character.
Great.
It's my favourite Spider-Man.
What did you say, Raina?
I turn to Shrug at them and just shrug and go, "You were saying?"
The one spy that's kind of locked in combat now with Tosia rather than Morgan kind of sees the house leaving and is like, "No! No!" and says to his companion, "Follow the house!" But he's gonna attack you, Toz.
That's not going to be hard. It's moving at 2.5 feet around.
He could do his best.
Is it their turn?
It is their turn.
Then the one that was holding Felicity has to release,
I know.
preferably
I know.
their weapon.
I know. I'll get to that. I'm gonna do some attacking on Toz first, though. That is a 17.
Misses.
Oh my god, a 12.
Misses.
And a 21.
Hits.
Okay, it's not that much damage then. 12 piercing damage and 8 poison damage.
I have a reaction. I'm going to riposte and hit him back.
Nice.
There we go. That's a 25. That's more like it. 13 points of damage.
13. Oh, making me do complicated maths.
Sorry.
It's not complicated, it's just not easy. And the other one, drops his rapier and like grasps at the air around him and is like, "Ugh!" But then he is going to dash, so he's gonna run
Delphi.
to be...
Opportunity attack.
Yeah, I was attacking that guy.
You were, that's true. Opportunity attack, go ahead.
Yay.
I'm right there as well, so I will also take one.
Does a 18 hit?
No.
Oh.
I think their AC's 20.
Raina?
Damn it. Not an 18, so...
Okay, you both try to swing after him, but he is so fast. He runs past and he takes a crossbow out from behind his back and just starts shooting at the house, which I don't think has a specific AC or
It might have a damage threshold.
Let's
Yeah, for something that
see.
big it probably does.
I'm sure the magic house has some rules to it, but if not, you could use boat stat block.
Yeah, I think I will. I don't think it has a specific stat block.
I wonder who sent these assassins.
The best thing is, this person did not pick up their weapon.
If it's stone, the AC is 17. And then it's kind of up to you. You can decide if it has a damage threshold.
Yeah, well, I'll start with its AC and I'll work from there. Because I didn't prepare this, weirdly enough, even though I prepared the encounter.
What did you think we were going to do?
What do you think they were going to do?
We've reached the power level now where, like, 2 spies does not scare us. And we're like, we can beat you. Why would we do what you want?
This is very true. This is very true.
It's also this action economy of 2 people against 4 is...
Yeah, so much is on the action
Fine.
economy.
The threat that they posed was, they're following us and we can't find them. We don't know who they're reporting to or who they are going to give that information
I
to.
mean, they did nearly kill Felicity.
Well, yes, but they didn't, and now they don't pose that threat anymore.
And we'll kill them back. Harder.
So...
You committed a murder, now it's our time to commit a murder.
Whee!
We all get one. You know, share them out.
Yeah. Everyone takes turns.
Delphi's already had her murder. It's the rest of our turns.
I just realised this is almost exactly Eric versus the Dread Gazebo, except this time the Gazebo actually is a threat.
The crossbow guy rolled a 18, more than an 18, and a big more than an 18, all of which hit stone. So I'm gonna roll some damage for the house. Obviously, the poison damage isn't gonna do a lot.
It's a gazebo, though. You know that reference, right? I'm not just saying that into the ether.
I have no idea.
I have no idea what you're on about, Bird.
No one's got no clue what they're talking about.
Nope.
Seriously? This is D&D history. Okay, I'm emailing you all Eric versus the Dread Gazebo.
That's you, the listeners, everyone. Check your emails.
Yeah,
We're gonna hunt you down. Find your email.
this is classic.
Okay, so he does 32 points of damage to the house
Yikes.
in the leg, or sort of like in the space where the leg meets the bottom of the stone, and
In the chicken thigh.
Delicious.
in the chicken thigh it starts to stagger a little bit. Yeah, I will figure out what its threshold is later on, but I don't have to worry about that immediately. Raina, go ahead.
Cool. I'm going to use my command again because I have it for a minute, and I'm going to look at the guy that just ran away, and I'm going to say, freeze!
Everybody clap your hands.
Yeah. If you tell them to Macarena, then
To be fair, I could say dance.
That's gonna be like 10 rounds of combat but the Macarena is like 1, 2,
This
3,
is true.
4.
However, does the Macarena exist in this world? Can I say Macarena and lose them 10 rounds of combat? Would you allow that?
Actually,
the Macarena is actually a very short dance that takes a second exactly.
Well, anyway, I say freeze. I turn to Toz and I look at her and I go, you got this, ain't ya?
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to run after the other guy. The one that I just told to freeze. What shall we do? I can't cast... Oh, wait, no, I can cast another spell because that was not a spell. So, because I feel like tormenting this man... It is a man, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force,
Nasty.
which is an intelligence saving throw. I don't think anything happens on a success.
On the guy with the crossbow, right?
Yeah, the guy with the crossbow that I just told to freeze.
That is a 10.
That does not save. I craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature. This isn't the one where it's specifically their worst fear, which would be more fun. But let's have a phantasm of a, like, Galadriel-esque Felicity
Oh, yeah.
to come
good.
and, like,
Hold this man.
almost like some sort of undead, like, necrotic, like, energy drain
Ooh, I love
damage.
that.
It is still going to be psychic damage, though, but they perceive it as necrotic. Right, let me actually roll that. It's not going to be very much, but... Oh, it's a 6. Max damage.
Max damage, okay.
My favourite character.
Does command still work after damage?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I think it's suggestion that doesn't. I think.
Yeah, this one still works. So now they've got a undead Felicity to deal with in front of them.
Gorgeous. You didn't tell me how much the damage was, though, doll.
6.
6. Is it
Yeah.
just 6 damage?
Yeah, it's 1d6.
Oh, okay.
The main use of the spell is to distract someone or make them believe something is there that's not, basically. So I'm essentially robbing them of their next turn and hopefully on subsequent turns making them attack something that's not there.
You create this sort of ghastly green projection and it kind of moves like through him,
Yeah.
you know, like a creepy ghost type thing. And I think just whispers, I know what you've done.
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Massive thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ibad, KP, Steph Burke-Stelia, and Sarah. You can find us on social media at Deck of Many Aces or on our website, deckofmanyaces.com.
Don't forget to join our Discord. It's completely free to access for everybody. And if you feel so inclined, you can support us on Patreon for as little as £3 a month, where you can get access to our bonus content. If you enjoyed the music to this podcast, you can find it on streaming platforms under Chloe Elliott. Plus, don't forget to check out me and Am on RWD. We have just finished campaign 2 and we'll be starting a new campaign very, very shortly, so do go check that out. And as always, to keep up with what Ellie's up to, go to the link in the episode description to subscribe to their newsletter. That's it from me. Have a nice week. Bye!